I'll give you one. So about a 60 million market cap in Argentina in a prolific gold belt. The asset was acquired from a private family who held the asset for 30 years, never wanted to sell. The main geologist on the company that I'm involved in has coveted this asset since he was a young geologist for 20 years. The CEO came to him and said, I want high grade, I want scale, and I want good infrastructure. And the geologist said, so you want a unicorn? And he said, that's what I want. And he said, what asset would that fit? He said, there's one asset I want, but you'll never get it because it's owned by a big mining family in Argentina. They never sell anything. The CEO was able to pry it out of this family's hands during the downturn. It's about 150 to 300,000 ounces of kind of high-grade surface, open pitable material, so not very exciting. The reason why it was available was the geologists believed that that's all they had. There was no strike potential and no parallel structures. The geologist in question believed strongly that the geology was misinterpreted, spent about a year relogging the rocks, doing a geological model. Phase 1 drilling last year proved the strike extent's not 300 meters, but it's about kilometer and a half, and then 500 meters east-west. They found multiple parallel structures, and now they've found that this primary vein extends below cover, which they thought that was cut off. The previous operators never knew it was there. The real exciting story is that this geological deposit has very similar characteristics to Cerro Negro, which is a 10 million ounce deposit in Argentina. And what we're drilling now is sort of the high-grade fingers, but this is a feeder source. Typically, these veins come together at depth. And so now the recent drilling, they're seeing these veins starting to converge at depth. And so if they're right about their theory, not only could you have a couple million ounce high-grade, very high-grade open pit deposit, but the 10 million ounce prize below. I own 17% of the company. The cap table's about 60, 70% owned by strategic investors. So very tightly held, very supportive shareholders. And the company has no coverage on brokerage coverage right now. It's below the radar, but some of the more exciting drill results I've seen, kind of 8,000 gram silver hits, 70 gram gold hits from like 50 meters from surface. Narrow veins, but lots of them. So you could put this in a bulk tonnage deposit, but the real prize that they're going to drill starting in April into next year is these deeper 250 meter, 300 meter deep, so still very shallow, converging veins. You hit that's where you have blowout grades, wider zones, and potentially have a tier 1 deposit there. So like the management team, like the structure, I think right now you got line of sight of 1 million to 2 million ounces at least of high grade surface material, but the big prize below is what's really got my attention here.
This one, I believe.
I think we're gonna have to dig it out.
So this one, I believe that the president of Earthlabs, Vincent, I think really liked this deal. Is this deal Astra?
Good job. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was short. Yeah, it was 15 cents, I think. And I probably messed up that trade. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Now I know that the CEO, when I spoke with him, was really great too. Like really, seems like a very stand up. Like it was great conversation. Kind of bugged me in a nice way afterwards, and it was just bad time. But
Yeah,
Astra exploration, right?
Management owns like 9-10%, like no penny paper, no cheap stock, like 4 shareholders, really good company. And the geology now is really coming together. It reminds me of the Group 11, like the geology is starting to really come together. And I love it when a geologist is passionate about a project, has a theory, tests it, and it's all coming up aces so far in terms of his theory. The market thought, the previous geology team thought something, he's proven them completely wrong. So the odds of that success continuing when you have a really good handle on the geology is high. I'm not saying they're going to find 10 million ounces, but things are converging quite nicely that they completely reinterpreted the project and cracked this thing wide open.
Terrific.
That's awesome.